Hi, today I'd like to talk about the Acu-Rite. It's a future forecast, model number 75077A3M. It's an indoor-outdoor thermometer. I've actually got two of these, and I really like them for the most part. It's got a nice display on it and everything. We'll do a close-up here so you can see what's going on. The battery life on this part of the unit seems to do pretty good. I'm not too happy with the battery life on the sending unit, and I actually did a video about swapping out the battery system on this to go with a little transformer you can put inside the battery part of this thing. But it is very powerful, and I'm actually running both of my indoor units off the same sensor that's outside. So I actually got this extra one when I ordered this second unit. It seems to be pretty accurate. It's I'm using them all the time. I'm always referring to them to see what time it is or see what the weather looks like. So let's do a close-up so you can kind of see some of the features of these units. They're pretty straightforward. You've got a outdoor thermometer reading with a high and a low, which is kind of handy. I think it sets at 12 o'clock each night or something like that. It gives you the signal strength, which here you can see it's really strong, and that's actually around the front of my house, so it's going through the basement and everything to get here. So I think the sensor really has a powerful signal, which is really nice. As most of them, it gives you the day and the date and time down here, and then the indoor temperature, and same thing, indoor outdoor temperature, or I'm sorry, highs and lows temperatures on this. Now, one thing I really like about this is the future forecast. It's got a 14-day learning curve, and once it does that, it'll actually has I guess a built-in barometer, and we'll be able to do some predictive forecasting with that. I guess that's what forecasting is. It gives you some idea what the weather coming up is going to be, even including snow and rain, sunny skies, partly cloudy, things like that. And it's been a nice, fairly accurate unit on the one I've got that I've had for about a year now. So very straightforward, very easy to use. Let me flip it around and show you what's in the back. Back's very basic. It can be wall mounted, or there's a stand that pops out. Stand that pops out down here. You can lean it on a desktop or whatever. It has some pretty simple controls. You got the set and then plus and minus for setting different things, your time and all that stuff. And then it's got Fahrenheit and centigrade or Celsius settings as well. Very straightforward, very easy to use. The batteries seem to last about, I'll say 6 to 7 months, something like that. They actually last pretty long on the inside unit. So now let me talk about the sending unit a little bit. The sending unit has a really strong signal, and I think they're all about as accurate as the next one. And I've had a few of these over the years, and sometimes the outdoor sensor is maybe the weak link in these things. Inside, obviously, they're pretty accurate to get the indoor temperature and everything. But the outside units tend to either don't have enough power, and they have to be fiddled where you set them outside. Some of the units that I've had have pretty long battery life, which is good. But this unit, I think because the signal is very strong, tends to go through batteries pretty quick, and probably about 6 to 8 weeks. So about every 2 months at max, you're changing out batteries. That got gets kind of expensive and wasteful in my mind. So I actually did a video on how to put in a transformer. It's a 3.3 volt transformer that'll actually fit in the battery compartment. I'm going to put a link on the screen here if I can figure out how to do that. I'll also put a link down in my description section as well if I can't figure that other part out. So anyway, so these are nice little units. I've had a lot of different indoor-outdoor thermometers through the years, and this one's been about as good as any. I like the display. It gives you a lot of information. I've had one that had a color display, and the color display is basically just a overlay on some of those cheaper ones, and I guess they may have a color LED or something on some of these more expensive models, but I think this one's about $30 or something, and I'll leave a link to it down in the description section. I do recommend the Acu-Rite. I've had some other brands that have worked well through the years. Lacrosse was one, I think, and I think Oregon Scientific makes them. So there's a lot of brands out there. I think they're all pretty good. It's just a matter of what feature set do you need, and where you're going to be putting this thing, if it's going to be on the desktop or on the wall or whatever. So anyway, I hope that gives you a little introduction what these units look like and how they perform. If you have any questions or anything, let me know, or any suggestions, please let me know as well. If you like this video, please thumbs up, and if you really like it, please subscribe. So thank you very much for watching.